everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spikes and Heels. I'm Gwen.
And I'm Sabrina.
And we're so grateful to have you with us for another episode.
Yes. We have a lot to get into today, right, Gwen?
Yes.
What are we going to talk about?
We start off with my man ain't doing.
What man? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, it killed me.
Oh, Lord, but you still
But
alive.
the Ravens are out of the playoffs. The Bills beat them.
And I feel like there were a couple of things that contributed to that. What do you think contributed to the loss? Like, what do you think happened?
One person cannot be 80% of the offense on any team. It's not going to work. Whenever Lamar has an off game, they lose. There's no one else to step up and jump in, you know? And he needs some more targets. Last year, he was supposed to go to the ship. He lost in the first round. This year, he wasn't predicted to go to the ship, but he got past the first round. So let's just say next year, he'll go to the title game. But in the off season, the Ravens definitely need to get him some wide receivers. They need to give him the pieces that he needs because he can't do it by himself. He's been proven this is the second year in a row it's been proven he can't do it by himself.
I also feel like he threw a very critical pick six at a critical time.
Yeah.
And I said before, I feel like he's a phenomenal player, but when it comes down time for, money time, it's like he struggles, and I don't know what that is. Also, their center had a horrible game. He was hiking the ball here, there, and everywhere, and their line was struggling. I feel like their offensive line and their center need to be addressed. I feel like you said, they need to get them some more pieces, and when you put all of that together, that'll take them to the next level. But your boy, he out again.
Out again.
I'm sorry, Lamar. But I learned after the game that Bills fans, because they lost to the Bills fans got together and did a GoFundMe or a fundraiser or something, and they raised like $250,000 to give to Lamar's charity, just like as a nice gesture. And I'm like, what kind of class is that? That is so classy that their fans got together to do something for the other teams.
Wow. And they also raised $1 million to do some kind of ward at the new hospital in his grandmother's name.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yes. They named it Josh Allentown and a section of Buffalo. Yeah, they really behind this kid. Yeah. But I like looking at the fact it took him 2 years to get to this point. They just not off and running sometimes as rookie quarterbacks. You have to give them time to get to know the game and to adjust. And like I said before, the AFC is loaded. All of their teams had quarterbacks 25 years and younger.
Yeah, I saw that. They said
but
Baker
look on outside.
The oldest, right?
All four.
Yeah,
223 and 225, but look on outside.
Four OGs of the league.
Who was the youngest? Russell.
Yeah.
Well, Russell was the youngest.
Wait.
He didn't make it. So Goff was the youngest out of our four that played this weekend. Because you got Rodgers, Brees, and Brady.
How old is Heineke? I don't even know how old he is. He's 27.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the four that made it. Like the four that played today. The four that played this weekend. If you look on the outside, you got Brees, Brady, and Rodgers. The two over 40 gang, and then Rodgers is 37, and Goff was the youngest one. But on the AFC side, all four of them were 25 and under. This is why I predicted the AFC won't take it.
You did.
Experience could play a factor, but we'll see. But back to my boy didn't make it, but I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do in the offseason. This offseason is going to be critical for a lot of teams, crucial for a lot of teams. And we'll get to that in another segment a little bit down the road. But this draft coming up is going to be the first time that the combine is going to be different, as well as the pieces that everyone needs.
Yeah. And I want to wish a congratulations to the Bills Mafia, as they call them. They have not been to this level since the 90s, I believe.
Oh my God.
So I know they just must be just out of their mind, excited.
One game away.
So we have to live through them right now. So it's going to be the Bills versus the Chiefs. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, our next game is going to be on the NFC side with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. And Tom Brady and the Bucs came out victorious. You know what? I was talking to somebody while the game was on, and it's just very obvious that Brady factor is bigger than I even realized. This is his first year with Tampa Bay. They've been mediocre at best for so many years, and look where he's gotten them in 1 year. That you got even whatever we think about that man.
However we feel about him, like him or don't like him.
Right, we got to respect the man.
I'm almost ready to switch my GOAT selection that we did earlier, because he look, he about to do it.
Yeah.
And if you do it 6 times with one team and 1 time with a different one, he jumps over Peyton in my book. You jump over Peyton. I'll digress. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. But let me tell you what I saw.
What'd you say?
They were willing to win. And this is the difference between a team that's willing to win and invest in their good players and a team that's not. Okay. They got AB. We laughed at that beginning of. Remember that?
Yeah, we
did. That
was
one of our biggest laughs. But look, he done scored 4 touchdowns in 2 games. You know what I'm saying? And then he got Gronk, somebody reliable. The line blocks for him. I don't care what you say. I think Tom get them linemen and go, look, you block for me, I'm going to give you some.
Right.
Going on. Right. I'm telling you, Sabrina.
Right.
You put it all on the line for him on whatever team he's on. It's incredible. And my hat goes off to Brees, but like we said in our previous episode, I think that was his farewell walk. You know, how much more do you need to accomplish? You got the most yard passage in the quarterback in the NFL history. You are a Super Bowl champion. He's hitting that bubble, that curve where the Saints can't seem to get over the hump now, because this is their 3rd time that they done hosted a game in the playoff before the title game or the title game and have lost.
Yeah, and I was looking at I was gonna say Brady. I was looking at Brees at the end of the game, and he was super emotional.
You can see it.
I think because I think he knows this is his last season. He just hasn't said it yet.
Yes. And
so I wish he had gone out on a higher note, but we know that man is a Hall of Famer. He has nothing to
first ballot.
Yeah, he has nothing to hang his head about. He's probably just reminiscing on this is it and the camaraderie and the play. There's nothing I'm sure they can duplicate.
Yeah,
they go through in the locker room and on the field and the competing. And so I wonder if we have witnessed his last game. We don't know.
I do believe we have.
I think so too.
It's time to pass the torch.
It is.
Now, behind him is Winston. They're going to have to get a quarterback because, like we said, not feeling Winston as a starter. I'm not. So we'll see. But
Winston wouldn't be my backup or my third string. I'm not no offense. I'm not a Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. But let's see what they're going to do. Any betting person leading into this game, would have definitely had the Saints winning this. But history has shown Brady is battle tested in the postseason. This is his 11th time in 20 years going to a title game.
I want to get into that man's. I know he's written books and stuff. I want to get into his brain and be like, what makes him such a phenomenal leader?
It's from the 6th round. Did you ever see his photo when he, how they have to take the pictures of the players without the shirt?
Oh, Lord, that was terrible.
That was terrible. I'm like, what?
And nobody could look at that man and think that he would be
what he is. Down.
No. You couldn't. And see, and this goes back, and I'm getting a little philosophical, but I'm just going to take a few seconds.
Go ahead.
That's why you can't. And I was talking about this with someone else. You can't let other people tell you who and what you can be, because if people looked at him then, they probably made all kinds of fun of him. And they did.
Oh, my goodness.
They telling him that he couldn't repeat with Super Bowls. He did that. He can't play past 40. He's done that. I mean, anything that he put his mind to, he has done. So that just shows us, like he said, I've heard him say, I want to be an example so that anybody that wants to accomplish something, they can look at me and say, if you put your mind to it and work, you can do it.
Oh my goodness.
So,
and I go back to the history with him leaving the Patriots, how they didn't even make the playoffs, and then you have Kraft and Belichick sitting back going. Now I remember a little bit about the fallout. It was they offered Belichick wanted Galapagopoulos, and he offered him all this money, and Tom got in his feelings like, how you ready to just scoot me out the door already? Because in Belichick's mind, Tom about to hit 40, he ain't gonna be no more good. Let's start pouring in and getting, the one that kept us going through the deflate gate suspensions. Remember, out of them 4 games, he won 3. So I see Belichick was like moving to the future, but Tom was like, no, I'm still here in the present.
Yes.
So I feel like, come on now, man, them people in New England having a rough night tonight. A lot of people wanted him to fail, including myself.
And including me. But you know what? Let me just admit it. I think
I don't like him.
I was being a hater. I think it is because there's no reason to not like him. He's very inspirational. So I'm just going to say to the camera, I'm a hater.
Look, and
I'm
going to second that motion.
And I'm going to, how they say, change my ways.
Oh my goodness. My reason for not liking her was personal. It wasn't about football, but that's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
So Sabrina started it last week, and I want to have my candy moment this week. I want to play this or that. 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 This or that.
Okay.
So we can learn a little bit more about Bina. So you got your timer?
Oh, shoot, I forgot the timer. Okay.
Okay. And I am nearsighted, so I had to take my glasses off to read my phone. So excuse me.
That's all right.
I'm going to get it. You ready?
We're ready. Whenever you start reading, I'll hit the button.
Hit the button.
Go.
Cat or dog?
Oh, dogs.
Phone or text?
Text me, honey.
Ice cream or snow cone?
Oh, ice cream.
Night or day?
I don't know.
Are you a morning or night person?
Oh, we talked about that night.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Rich friend or loyal friend?
Loyal.
Football or basketball? That's easy.
Come on now. Football.
Bath or shower?
Shower.
Oh, this is a good one. Sneakers or sandals?
Sandals.
Online shopping or shopping in the store?
I was going to ask you that. Shopping in the store.
Money or free time?
It's funny, free time.
Amusement park or a day at the beach?
Beach.
Toilet paper over or under?
I could care less.
Coke or Pepsi?
Neither. Time up. So it's funny, I wanted to elaborate on so many of those, but for the free time or the free time or the money, right now money is pretty good, and I want free time more than anything. I'm so busy. If I could just have free time.
Exactly.
So that's big. And it was something else you said. Oh, the toilet paper over or under?
I'm under.
That is a huge discussion with some people.
If that toilet paper over, I lose my mind.
I've had people tell me that if they come to my house and they see it the wrong way, they would switch it. And I'm like, who cares? Grab the toilet paper and wipe. And wash them hands and get out of there.
How you roll it on your hand? Anyway, don't worry about it,
girl.
Okay. There we are. So the Bucks will be facing the Packers.
The
Packers. Lambeau.
And we will get to the Packers in a minute, but first we're gonna go over to the Chiefs and the Browns, and that game was good. Y'all know if y'all been watching, the Browns were my heartstrings team. They were the team.
Both of us got our feelings hurt today.
Your Ravens and the Browns. The Browns and huge development from this game because Patrick Mahomes concussed. So will he be able to play next week?
Sabrina.
I don't think he's not gonna be. I don't think.
Sabrina, if he concussed, he got to sit out a couple of weeks.
So with that being said, Do you think the Chiefs can beat the Bills without him?
I don't know. Henny was kind of on it.
Yeah, but that was for a half a quarter. We got to see that man in a whole game.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
Yeah, that's man. They ain't winning without Mahomes.
I don't think so either.
Nope.
But before we get there, let's talk about the game. So something that stuck out to me was the play in the second quarter when the Browns receiver stretched out to try to make the touchdown, and as he stretched out, the ball went out and it was a touchback. That changed the whole game around. If they had gotten that touchdown, the Browns would have been ahead by 2 points at the end of that game. But that one stretch.
Stop right here. I was thoroughly confused. If the offense is doing, why was it a touchback?
Because he extended the ball and it rolled through the end zone, which they say equals a touchback.
Got it.
But the problem,
it didn't roll through the end zone. It was on the side.
I know it. I'm just telling you what they said, which didn't make no sense to me. Okay.
Got it, because I'm like, where in the world this rule comes from? But you learn something new every Sunday.
Exactly. I thought that should have been reversed. And on top of
that,
everybody is saying he dropped the ball because the guy that hit him illegally. He hit him.
Yeah, helmet to helmet.
And they didn't call it. So everybody is basically saying the refs missed the call and they should have won the game. But to me, he shouldn't. I understand he was trying to make a play, but you don't extend that ball like that. It could be knocked out. It could be taken. It could be stolen, whatever. Just wrap it up. And you got first and goal at the least. I blame him.
Because you think he was trying to do too much. But one player won't go.
I blame him, but I understand because
I'm about to say he gonna go all out, Sabrina, because the playoffs. They one and done. So you know what I'm saying?
He was just trying to make a play, but if he hadn't done that,
they probably
it would have been 24-22 or something like that in the fourth quarter. The Browns would have been in the lead. That would have been a whole different ball game. But the Chiefs have won. They are going to the AFC title game again. And again, we just talked about, can they beat the Bills without Patrick? I don't think they will. I don't think
that they're being Arrowhead. It helps that they're allowing people to come in the stadium.
I still don't think they're going to beat the Bills. I want to hear a clear answer.
He's got no.
Okay.
Without Mahomes, no. I've never seen them be able to play. And that dude was staggering like he had a 12-pack.
Right. He was staggering and eyes look all crazy.
Stop. You gonna rant about this? But I feel like when a play happened like that and he twisted that dude's neck, he should have been some kind of roughing or something.
Who twisted whose dude's neck? What?
The defender had his head under his arm. And the defender twisted Mahomes' neck.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah,
I was
he twisted him around, like had him all cut. That's how it wasn't like Lamar hit the back of his head.
Mm-hmm.
Mahomes got his body contorted.
I gotta go back and look at that.
Yeah, you gotta.
You know how I feel about these illegal roughing the passer calls.
But that was a little rough. Now
I have to see it again.
I was like, they don't, but
yeah,
it was done. Ollie golly. So we'll see. But I don't see them coming back for this. They took them out. That's it. And like I said, these teams when the quarterback is 80%. Now Mahomes is not as much as a vital player as Lamar, if you compare the two. Like Lamar,
I disagree.
No, I'm saying Mahomes got Kelsey to throw to. He got
Hill. I see what you mean.
But with Lamar, it was Lamar, and maybe in the game, none of their wide receivers stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Mahomes is vital, and they need him to win. But if they can get somebody halfway, I'm not sure how Henny is. I haven't seen him this year.
Mm-hmm.
I give them. I'm not making my point. My point is they still can do it without him, but I doubt.
Okay.
Bill's just too.
Okay, so we're both picking
the Bills.
The Bills. Okay, and
I got the Packers on the other side, which we could talk about now. My
Okay.
boy Aaron.
But before we get there, let me ask
Okay.
you this. So many people are saying like the Browns now have respect and people
Yeah.
respect them. Do you feel like the Browns are now
Yes.
respectable?
Yes.
I do too.
Yes. They are definitely relevant and will be for some time now.
Yeah, I agree. Yay, Browns fans. You did good. You did good, Browns. You should not be sad.
They did. Finally, my boy Aaron, he did a discount double check on his way to another conference title in Lambeau. I hadn't realized, but this is going to be his first conference title in Lambeau.
I heard them say that, and I couldn't believe that.
I mean, like that must be a miss, but they kept saying it.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
I'm like, come on, as much winning as they have done.
And here's another question: like, do you think he'll like if they win the Super Bowl? Do you think Aaron will retire? Like, that's
no way.
You don't think so?
He's only 37.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
He ain't gonna.
Okay,
that man running around like he's 29.
Oh gosh,
20. I think the Rams did the best they can do against the Packers. Okay. That was the best anybody expected because I didn't even have them even playing the Packers. The Seahawks were supposed to take them out. You know, it was a good game.
It was.
The Rams was in it. I didn't even expect them to be in it as much as they were.
Yeah, because it started out pretty badly, right? The Packers were up kind of by a bit.
Yeah.
And then the Rams started to come back. All right. So we got the Packers against the Bucks and the Bills against the Chiefs. We already talked about the Bills and the Chiefs. Who is going to win the Bucks and the Packers game?
The Packers. Ain't nobody beating Aaron and Lambeau.
Man, I'm a little, as my grandfather used to say, I'm betwixt and between because I don't know. I think,
they're gonna let more people in Lambeau. I feel like Ernest at home. This is his time. Brady got more to lose. He got more to prove because he's on the other team and he's trying to win and he's older. So yeah. I got him winding it down. If he wins this next ring, God forbid he wins over my boy Aaron, he'll be winding it down the next 1 to 2 years. It may even be this year if he wins. But you doubt it?
Yeah, whether he wins or loses, I think he's going to do at least 1 or 2 more.
One more?
Yeah, because he said he wants to play till 45.
He's going to lose. I don't have him beating.
Yeah, I think the Packers are good.
So maybe next year he's going to lose. I got the Packers winning in Lambeau.
I agree.
Can't see that happen.
Agree. Okay, so that means that we have the Packers and the Bills in the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Okay, and then if that happens, I guess next week we'll do our Super Bowl prediction. Yeah. You know. All right, now I'm going to ask Gwen her this or that questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
And go. R&B or hip hop?
R&B.
Okay. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
Okay. Online shopping or in a store?
In the store.
Okay. In a partner, intelligence or humor is more important?
Intelligence.
Okay. Horror movies or comedy movies?
Comedies. I don't do horror.
Okay. Winter or summer?
Winter.
Dine-in or delivery?
Delivery.
Really? Okay. Would you rather have new clothes or a new phone?
New clothes.
Okay. Would you rather have a nice car or a nice home?
Nice home. Okay.
What is worse, laundry or dishes?
Dishes.
Okay. Glasses or contacts?
Contact.
Hot dogs or hamburgers?
Ooh, hamburgers.
I know. Would you rather be the passenger or the driver?
The passenger. Time's up.
Okay.
I do not like to drive. I love hot dogs, but they got to be hand smoked.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And who cares about a car A to B, but your house is where your family is. And I like to do stuff in the house, like play games and watch movies and stuff. So if we can order some delivery and some takeout and just sit home and just have a good time.
That was the one that surprised me when you said that take home, Because
I love just having to live and you could be in the house, you could eat and watch, and that's just love it. I'm not go out and
see, I'm the opposite. I'm like, a part of the experience is going to the restaurant and sitting down and the waiter brings you your food and you laugh and you talk.
20% to tip the waiter. Then everybody I'd rather be in the house and then with my family we all order something different. Like we do, especially with Chinese food.
Everybody you can have a smorgasbord.
Oh Lord, love it.
Yeah.
Love
okay.
It. That was fun, Beanie.
That was fun. We got to think what fun things we're going to do next week. I got an idea for next week.
Surprise me.
Okay.
So I had a week to look over some film, and I have to apologize. The line is not terrible. They are fair.
Whose line?
Our line, the Washington team. We had a huge, the beast gonna come out, all that. She could stay home. I watched some film. It's not as bad. But my concern is if they don't add the pieces as necessary, they're not going to be able to protect Alice or Six Pack. It is pivotal moving forward that we add some pieces because our organization is notorious for messing up a good plan.
Okay, so what do you mean by that?
Because, Sabrina, we'll have pieces and emotions and things to set up to go further, and then they'll come and break up the set because they don't want to pay somebody. Or we have this bad habit of acquiring players past their prime.
Yes.
And this is where the Deshaun Watson thing keeps coming up. Like, what if Deshaun wants out of Houston, what team would he best fit with? And our name keep coming up.
I hope he don't come here.
I don't want him here, and I don't think they should. And let's keep it real. And I'm about to start my rant right here. We as an organization have made some horrible choices. I forgot all about McFleur. He was once a Washington coach. So not only did you let Kyle and Sean go, you let McFleur go. So last year, you had one assistant coach in the Super Bowl, and the odds are you about to have another one in the Super Bowl.
And yet
This is crazy. And don't get me wrong, Rivera is okay, but why would you let three? That's three. That is three of them gone to do better. This reminds me of that year. I'm gonna digress to basketball 1 second. The year the year the Detroit Pistons won their last title, championship, the 5 starters were former Bullets and Wizard players. It was both of the Wallaces, Ben and Rashid. And Hammer Mitch.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like that always happens to us. We trade and get rid of people. We don't keep coaches. We don't do anything. And it kills me because I really think we would have already had some championships already had they just left some pivotal pieces alone. And let's take my hats off to Alice again. That 60-minute special today had me in tears.
So after the Chiefs and the Browns, after the Chiefs and the Browns game, 60 Minutes came on and they did a piece on Washington quarterback Alex Smith. And
man, had me in tears. I ain't never had so much pride or respect. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him next year.
And the way he was talking, it sounded like he was saying he ain't done. He's not done.
I don't think he's done, Sabrina. And to see and hear what he went through, like I already knew from the E60, show. But I'm just saying, but the 60 Minutes, it dealt more with the people around him and how astonished they were about his progress.
Yeah, and one of the guys was saying that the only people that he's seen do what Alex did in terms of the comeback are like, what did he say? Like
Navy SEALs.
Yeah, like basically Navy SEALs or people at that level. Yeah.
And the determination and the confidence he had just knowing, I have so much. I done went online, bought me out of Smith jersey.
Okay.
I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, I am too.
And I gotta say, told you so. They admitted on 60 Minutes that it was that leg that was repaired, and I've been telling y'all.
Gwen,
nothing but death was going to keep this dude from it because of what he went through. So when they were sitting him out, I was like, Otis is too much he got too much to prove. And if he could go through all of that and come back, it had to be that leg.
Yeah, Gwen has been saying repeatedly over and over again in previous shows, Sabrina, I think is the leg that's injured is the reconstructed leg. It's not the other leg. And I was like, no, I don't think so. She called that repeatedly. And they talked about that in the
because I looked at his life and what he's been through, and if that had been me, I would have the same tenacity and I would have the same go getter, attitude that he had. Nothing but death gonna keep that dude on the sideline from playing in any game, especially to get to the playoff and maybe get to a title game. Because he had been to the playoff many times. He just never wanted to go to the playoff.
I feel like the only part that they might mess up is the quarterback part. That's it. They better not let Heineke go. That's the part I'm worried about. I don't want them to let Heineke go and they're like, oh, we can get a lot of money for him or whatever. No, don't let that man go. Let Alex and Heineke battle it out for the first string, and then whichever one wins, the other one be the second string. Exactly. I would be happy either way.
I would too, but I'm rooting for Alex.
Yeah.
And that's another thing we need to talk about. How many coaches got fired? I think it's a time to pass to him. Like some coaches are battle tested, pay and Belichick and all that. But when the opportunity presents itself, they need to give these young men an opportunity to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they will, which actually leads us into the fact that Urban Meyer, even though he's not young, but Urban Meyer is coming from the college ranks, and now he's the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars for next year. Everybody can't wait to see what that's going to be like. He's so successful at the college level. We were going to wonder if he could bring that success and that mentality.
I love it when they come from the college to the NFL once, because they bring a different a different way of playing,
a different mindset of but that wasn't the case when Steve Spurrier came here.
Oh my God, somebody should have left his eye box. Maybe he would. I forgot all about that clown.
I did too. Clown.
Sabrina, call it like it is. It's going to be the next 2 or 3 years. It's going to be a huge passing of the torches on a lot of these teams when it comes to quarterback and coaches. It's just time to just let it sit down, especially with these young guns. And the AFC is paving the way for the NFC.
I agree. Yeah, because like you said, they have all the final quarterbacks are so young.
All 25 and under, unheard of.
Yeah.
And on that end, the average age was what? 38?
30-something. Wow.
So I'm like, what in the world? So there we have it. But I'm ready. I'm ready to see what we're going to do. I'm ready to get it on. But I did have to just say that I'm very afraid that we are going to mess this up. The front line should stay intact. We already pointed out our weaknesses. We need a safety. We need one more target, wide receiver. We need a competent, healthy quarterback. So if their team was to let Alex sit out to get his leg more, get his leg solid, healthier,
right,
and then have him for next year, but we can make a good run.
Yes, ma'am.
Better run. I'm all okay. Here we go. I got to bring up one more thing. I had time to think about it. I had time to look at everything. So I can't put all the blame on, and I will never say it again. I'm not going to blame Sierra for a rough play.
Okay.
He was distracted, but enough is enough, Gwen. I'm going to let that ship sail. But it was interesting because I think the Seahawks jeopardized too much by giving him all that money. Because if you look at it, that got them so high on the cap. They don't have that much cap space because they gave him $140 million, right? They haven't been drafting right. When Sherman left, got somebody from the draft to back him up. The Legion of Boom dismantled. They didn't replace those people. So he got 1 or 2 targets. He's getting, older. He was distracted. It was just a circle of the perfect storm of confusion this year for the Seahawks. When an owner come up and give a player that type of money, they are expecting something to come out of it. Like
they're expecting top-notch play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he wasn't top-notch this year, whatever the reason was. You know
We've just been doing some reflecting this week with the Washington line and Russell and Sierra.
I don't want to get on here and be a negative person, and I want to call it the way it is. And I had time, and I'll be the first one to admit when I'm wrong. That's growth. That's maturity. You should do that always in life.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have to give you what I see and what I understand being a football lover. If you look at when they gave them the money, and I went back and looked at who they've been adding to the team, they haven't been adding any pieces. You let all these major pieces leave, but you haven't added none back. So everything was on Russell. That was a lot of money. That's all I'm gonna say. They made him
but I believe he earned it.
He did, but you have to have something like get lucky in the draft and get somebody good on a rookie contract where you can let those years go past. So when because what's that, 5 years for that money? Mm-hmm. So the rookie contract is 3 years, 2 or 3 years. So that way a person can play at a high level like we have. We got three players on that team that's playing way below, Chase, McLaurin, and Sweat. So this is why we got so much cap space. We can get those people in now.
Yeah. And
I just looking back at it, I just think the Seahawks messing up for a couple of years, and it just happened to come all out this year. So I think they'll be back in it next year. And I also want to put that out there about the Ravens. They need to get some pieces for Lamar, and they'll be back next year. The Browns are set to be relevant for the next couple of years. The Packers are set to be relevant the next couple of years.
I don't know why I see a decline with the Seahawks next year. I don't think they're going to do next year.
You don't think
they don't have, like you said, they don't have the pieces. They don't have what it takes.
But I'm telling you, that's true. But now they can focus in. If they shift the emphasis off of Russell and put it back on the defense and the pieces that are missing, they can come up a little bit more. They made it to the playoffs just on the sloppy play they had this year. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
We'll see.
But I thought about it, Sabrina. Wouldn't it be a nice Super Bowl in the next 3 years if we have the Washington football team and the Ravens? We could call it a Battle of the Beltway Super Bowl.
Yes! That would be awesome. Baltimore and Washington.
Yes, the Battle of the Beltway Bowl.
I love it. That would be so great.
I have a great imagination. I'm just putting all these perfect Super Bowl games together in my head, but they ain't coming to fruition. But we'll see.
Okay, everybody, that's our show for today. I had a lot of fun with you, Gwen, and I'm really excited about our next show because we are going to be doing our Football for Beginners show. But this week, it's all about penalties on Wednesday. So we're going to talk about the most commonly called penalties, the hand motions, what they mean. So I'm actually kind of excited about that. And then the following show on Monday, next Monday, is going to be all about the AFC and NFC title games. And we're going to talk about some other stuff. So I'm excited. But for today, we are done.
Okay.
All right. So I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Gwen. Stay safe, stay blessed, love someone. And that little blooper thing you added at the end got everybody in my business.
No, you put your own business out there. You a lot
in there, Sabrina. I was playing.
Tell the truth and shame the devil. You was not playing.
Okay. I was just joking, Sabrina. I ain't gonna lie. Barbados was my favorite place in the world. I'm buying me a house there. But I was playing. My mom said, stop being fresh. And I told her I'm just being me, but if I'm coming off fresh, I apologize. But I was playing. So when you got to put this in it, I was playing. I'm not like that. Thank you.